Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dean Basco. I very much appreciate the Dean's support of our entrepreneurship program and the pitch contest. Welcome to Pace University, and thank you for being part of the 6th annual Pace Pitch Contest. My name is Bruce Backenheimer. I'm a clinical professor of management, the director of entrepreneurship at Lubin, a faculty fellow of the Wilson Center for Social Entrepreneurship, and the creator of the pitch contest. I'd like to recognize a few people and give you an overview of tonight's activity. So it's presented by Entrepreneurship at Lubin in association with the MIT Enterprise Forum of New York City and the Wilson Center for Social Entrepreneurship. And I'd like to thank our sponsor, TechSpace. I'd particularly like to start by thanking Helene and Grant Wilson. In addition to being the benefactors of the Wilson Center for Social Entrepreneurship, as the Dean said, they funded the $25,000 Social Venture Prize and raised the challenge for the whole pitch contest. The MIT Enterprise Forum of New York City, our partner, is a volunteer nonprofit organization whose mission is educational and to promote innovation at the intersection of entrepreneurship and technology. And the sponsor, TechSpace, is providing 6 months of rent at their offices in Chelsea for one of the winners. The judges, we have a great judging panel. Somak Chattopadhyay, Vice President of Greenhill SAVP, Michael Gotchman, founder of the Gotchman Group, Jonathan Greengrass, the Vice President of Greyston Foundation, Stan Litow, the President of the IBM Foundation, Paul Shabika, the Executive Director of New York Angels, and Laurie Smith, a partner at Sedgwick, Dieter, Morgan, and Arnold. So it's, I think, a very well-rounded judging panel. I'd also like to thank the selection committee. We received over 150 applications for these 10 spots from more than 40 colleges and universities across the country and some internationally. And the selection panel had to go through quite a lot of material. Their management professor, Dr. Bhandari, Jonathan Hill, dean at the Seidenberg School, marketing professors Paul Kernit and Harvey Markovitz, and Rebecca Tukula, the executive director of the Wilson Center for Social Entrepreneurship. I'd also like to thank our pitch alumni mentors. These are dedicated, committed entrepreneurs who have won the pitch contest in the past, over the past 5 years, and have made themselves available to help current competitors, and they're still pursuing their ventures today. One of them, shortly after the pitch contest, raised $2 million in venture funding, and several of them are here tonight. The basic rules is that each individual or team will have 3 minutes to make their pitch and may use up to 5 PowerPoint slides. The pitch must be an original concept created by the presenters, and the competition is open to current students and recent alumni from Pace and other schools. The 2 categories are new business concepts, which are judged on commercial viability, and social ventures, which are judged on social benefit. Sometimes there's some cross between the 2 areas, or it's not incredibly clear. The way we look at it is, what is the primary mission and the primary measure of success? Is it primarily financial or primarily social? And very importantly, the contestants tonight, in the new business concept category, what I'll do is I'll read down the name and their university affiliation. So Mobilstead from Pace and Polytechnic Institute of NYU, Newly Wish from Ford and Pace, Johns Hopkins and Tufts, Raw Athletics representing the University of Maryland, Call representing Johns Hopkins and the University of Pennsylvania, Tears for Life, University of Arkansas, and then and our alternate Student Globe from Pace. On the social venture side, Community Water Solutions, representing Columbia, Harvard, and MIT, Egg Energy, representing Harvard and MIT, Tune Button, Pace, and Brown University, Vala, Harvard and MIT, Wing Now, Pace, and the alternate, Advanced Road Hazard Simulations from Pace. The 4 prizes are, first, the MIT Enterprise Forum of New York City is sponsoring a prize for the pitch with the most innovative technology, and that's a $2,500 cash prize. TechSpace is giving one of the New York City startups 6 months of office space, again at their Chelsea facility. The Lubin School of Business Prize is for the winner of the New Business Concept category, which is a $25,000 cash prize. And the Helene and Grant Wilson Social Entrepreneurship Prize, which is to the winner of the Social Venture category, again, $25,000 prize. So very quickly, the agenda after this welcome and our keynote speaker, we'll have the 10 finalists make the pitch, and we'll have a short break, 15 minutes, where everyone will go up. There will be some refreshments, and the judges have 15 minutes to make $50,000 worth of decisions. And then we'll have the judging panel discussion. Each of the judges will have an opportunity to introduce themselves and give a bit of a critique on the pitches, so you'll get some feedback. And for those in the audience, it will be like a living case study. You'll see the presentations, and you'll see critique from each of the 6 judges. Just a little bit about Pace University. Pace was founded in 1906 by 2 entrepreneurial brothers. Homer and Charles Pace recognized a need for business education and borrowed $600 to rent a classroom in the old Tribune building, the site where we are now. And when they couldn't identify law or business or accounting books, they wrote their own. And Pace's motto for the past 103 years has been opportunitas, or opportunity, and I believe there's nothing more synonymous with opportunity than entrepreneurship. And one other mark, this year marks the 30th anniversary of our entrepreneurship program. I put this slide up because I just came from a global consortium of entrepreneurship centers conference, and in 1979, there were only about 24 schools that even had a single course in entrepreneurship, let alone a program. So here you could see our bulletin from 1979 with entrepreneurship being a concentration in the management department. And today there's over 2,400 colleges and universities that offer entrepreneurship programs. It's an honor and a pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Professor Iqbal Qadir. Professor Qadir is the founder and director of the Legatum Center for Development and Entrepreneurship at MIT and the founder of Grameenphone. To briefly introduce Professor Qadir, I'd like to read some excerpts from a Harvard Business School case I used in one of my international entrepreneurship classes a couple years ago. It starts 1971, as a child in Bangladesh. Qadir recalled his parents sent him one day to a village 10 kilometers away to obtain some medicine for an ailing sibling. After walking for most of the morning, the 13-year-old Qadir arrived at his destination only to learn that the pharmacist was away. It took him all afternoon to walk back home, empty-handed. 1993, 22 years later, while working right here in New York City, it occurred to Qadir that, quote, "A telephone is a weapon against poverty." Fast forwarding to 1995, as he's building Grameenphone in Bangladesh, this paragraph was titled "Rock Bottom." Sustained promotion of a highly uncertain venture was beginning to take a toll on Qadir. With no office of his own, he used space at Grameen Bank and even used his car as an office at times. Grameen gave Qadir a part-time consulting position working in its Rural Venture Capital Fund for $250 a month. However, the hardship and uncertainty, the daily traffic jams, and the difficult government officials actually strengthened Qadir's resolve. Well, that entrepreneurial resolve paid off, and we're fortunate to have Professor Qadir with us. So, please.